Summary of previous events. Shogo Okie is with Yoko Fukunaga at Kinshibori Park, searching for one of the 7 mysteries of Honjo. His interest in the cult starts to grow as he learns more about it from Yoko. Okay, we know that. But okay, so we start or resume? I don't understand. Let's go with the third one. Something's happening to Yoko. Oh! So this is when we started looking up. Like, I always didn't know why he's looking up. Did something happen to him? Is he the one that's dying? What the hell? It feels like the air just changed. Oh, we can look. We can look, you guys. Do we look? Okay. Do we look behind us? Can we look behind us? Okay. Okay. Yoko, are you okay? I think this is kind of repeating, so... Hey, what's wrong? Stay with me. No matter what, I think she dies. Yeah, let's skip through this. Is there something behind me? We look behind us. Let's try to research. I don't know if we can find something behind us. Yuko's pointing over here, but I don't see anything out of the ordinary. There is here on the left, there is a word says push. I don't want to push this time. Still, she looks really spooked. I doubt she's making this up. Damn it, did I miss it? Why? No, she's screaming! Yoko! Yoko! It's no use. She's in no condition to talk. I think this is kind of new. I don't think we had this. This is new, you guys! Keep yelling her name? We never had this. Keep yelling her name. Huh? What? Is calling her name really going to help? Oh. I'm already yelling at her as hard as I can. Shouldn't I look for what's causing this? There's nothing there. We're forcing MC to do this. Really? Yoko, hang in there. Yoko, look at me. You're going to be okay. It's alright. There's nothing there. Is that how she dies because of the words we are saying right now? Yoko! Oh, we did? Yay! We unlocked a new path. Let's go. We did unlock a new path. Just for trying to yell her name. Interesting. Very interesting. Kinshibori Park, Part 3. Is she not dead? I really hope she's not dead. Shogo cries Yoko's name in a desperate attempt to wake her as she lies unmoving on the ground. Will his pleas get through to her? Shogo Okie, 1 AM. I love flowchart games. It's the first time for me, so it's quite new. Is okay? Huh? Oh, good. You're awake. Oh, yay! You couldn't die. Let's go. I'm so happy. Let's go. We didn't want her to die. What? Are you okay? You were so rattled and confused. I thought you'd really lost it. Do you feel dizzy? Have a headache? Are you rumors of balance? Wait, what did you say? I think I've heard that before. Wait a second. This is exactly like what she was saying to us the first time we woke up. Do you remember, guys? You're the one who said it earlier. Ah, okay. He's just literally repeating it. All right, that might have been it. My humor were off balance. What? Back there? You ended up like that because of your humors? Yeah, I've heard that at this age, humors being even a little bit off can be fatal. ... I'm glad you're back to normal now. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause you so much trouble. But I really don't remember what happened. Sounds like what happened to me. Maybe this place is dangerous somehow. Interesting. What? Are you backing out? Yeah, it just doesn't feel safe to me. And I'm worried about you. Let's call off today's investigation. Come on, I just started feeling back to normal too. Nope, not happening. Go home. I'll even pay your cab fare, okay? I ended up having to force a still protesting Yoko in a taxi. Even then, she still wouldn't stop complaining. So to placate her, I promised I'd search the park on my own for a little while longer. Interesting. Alright, so Yoko went home safe. Yay. Summary of previous events. Worried about Yoko after her bizarre incident, Shogo decides to call off their investigation into the mysteries of the night. Despite her stubborn objections, he manages to pursue her by offering to continue the search on his own. 5 a.m. We never made it to 5 a.m. before. No wonder the line was long in Shibori Park. We'll protect Yoko because we love women, for sure. For real. Oh no! Before dawn today, a police officer on patrol found a dead body. The man was taken to the hospital, but his death was confirmed shortly after. Investigations are still underway, but police suspect a connection to the unexplained deaths found in the area at around the same time. He died! Whoops! What did we do? That was really fast. Wait a second, do I get a reward for finishing the game so fast? We're gonna stay here all night. It says complete the prologue. I actually completed the prologue, so yay! Well done in your efforts thus far. This brings Shogoki's story to a close. Oh shit! But this is not the end. Far from it. In fact, this is where the story finally begins. The rights of the 3 protagonists have now been unlocked. We have 3 protagonists! We have 3 MCs! Let's fucking go! Harui Shigima. Yay! I liked her. A woman who lost her son when he was kidnapped and murdered. Now we have other MCs. Tetsuo Tsutsumi, the chief inspector of the first investigative division, who is looking into the death of an officer in the line of duty. Yako Sakazaki, a high school girl who wants to bring her friend back from the dead, a girl who died in a suspicious suicide. Each of them is burdened with the circumstances that leave them no choice but to seek the rites of resurrection. Following these 3 storylines will reveal the full nature of all that is occurring. With that, please enjoy the continuation of this tale. Will do! Will do! Also love the music, you guys. Don't you just love the music? Oh! Ain't no way. So wait a second, this one is gonna stay dead? Our MC is gonna stay dead. He sacrificed himself for Yoko, so that's a really good ending for him. Bye-bye! Alright. Now we have Harui, Tetsuo, and Yako. Does it matter which one we start first? Does it matter even? Let's go, let's see what the deal between the mother and the hat guy. Okay. Harui Shigima. When the son of Harui Shigima was kidnapped, a botched investigation by the police resulted in the child's murder. 1 year later, Harui has hired a private investigator to help resolve the unsettled case. Late at night, while speaking to the detective at her home, something strange suddenly appears. Oh, damn. Though I'm really sorry for her that her son died. That's really sad. Oh! Perish into flame! What's going on? Kill them! This is kind of like what happened to Shogoki. Remember, you guys? Kill them! The flame bearers! Kill them all! You have acquired the power of the cursed stone, the Haunting Clappers. You can use it to kill those with fire or a fire-starting device on their person. Press the Use Curse button to set your target alight. Alight. File updated. A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Now. Kill! Did you hear it, Curse Bearer? You, who is so strongly desires the right. I think it's the same lines. Kill them! Kill them all! Let's do that. Let's kill them all. Harui Shigima, 12 a.m. Shigima Mansion, reception room. Mansion? Wow, someone is rich. Back with me, ma'am. Hey, look at that chest and that necklace, hey. Can't say I understand what just happened, but it certainly seems to have put you in a good mood. This might be the first time I've ever seen you really smile. Sweet dreams. Housewife, Harui Shigima. She's a housewife. Harui is a housewife who resides in a manor near Shukumo Bridge. Her 11-year-old son, Shuichi, was kidnapped and murdered about a year ago. Damn. A death was the result of a mistake on the part of the detective assigned to the case. What? The child died because of the investigator? How come? A mistake which enraged the kidnapper and had him cut off all contact with the police, leaving no room for negotiation. The incident was recovered up and Shuichi's killer remains at large, leading the aggrieved Harui to call on the services of private investigator Richter Kai to uncover the truth. Oh, that's why. Whoops. The Shigima family came from a line of samurai who built their residence in Honjo during the Edo period. Wow, they have like deep roots in the place. They assumed important positions in the police force following the Meiji Revolution, thereby protecting their family's elevated status. Even today, many in the Shigima line work as police bureaucrats, and senior police officers. Harui's father sits in the upper echelons of the National Police Agency, and her husband, adopted into the Shigima clan through an arranged marriage, is also a highly respected agency official. However, as her family prioritizes work above all else, it wasn't long before Harui's marriage grew cold, of course. Though she wants for nothing, she is isolated from her neighbors and withdrawn from society. Seeing her son grow into a young man gave Harui a purpose in life, but it was cut short by the kidnapping incident. Damn. Following the incident, Harry spent many days in a deep depression, breaking into sudden fits of shouting and wandering around in the middle of the night. Her cheerful, loving disposition faded away, and she took to making snide remarks at her husband, which only further soured their relationship. Damn. Yeah, I'm with her too. A few months ago, Harry's husband was transferred to another area for work and now rarely returns home. With Harry left to live in the large, empty mansion alone, as a housekeeper who has been with the family for a long time comes in to take care of all the housework, Harry has nothing but time on her hands. Time to kill people. No. Not dreams. Sounds like something I might want to hear about. So he just sits there looking at me like, what the fuck, bro? Okay, let's investigate what's going on here. Fax machine, of course. A fax machine. It can send images to other places along the telephone network. Yeah. I don't really know how it works. Most houses don't have one. But damn, you have one. I really find a use for it. The telephone. This version has a private line. Damn. Hanging scroll. An old hanging scroll. I don't know who painted it. Neither do I. Flower arrangement. Stereo. Wow, look at that stereo, you guys. Damn. That is antique. Stereo unit with separated speakers. Damn, that's freaking expensive. Designed for home use. My husband insisted on buying one, even though he isn't one to listen to music often. Wait, what is this? Huh? What is that? Do you guys see it? Let's leave it to the end. Mr. Kai, a private investigator I hired. A friend told me about him. They said he's not very well known, but he's good at what he does. When I first visited his office in Ota City and saw how he dressed, I could hardly believe he was a detective. Yeah, I mean, you can't really take him serious with those clothes. But after talking to him for a while, I changed my mind. He says some strange things at times, but he seems like the reliable sort. Alright. The eccentric man that Shogo Okie ran into at Honjo Bridge. Okay. Richter is actually a private investigator with an office in Ora City, Tokyo. After taking on a request from Haruhi Shigima to investigate the unsolved kidnapping and murder of her son, he gets caught up in the events surrounding the rite of resurrection. Yeah, damn. He's not? Curse Echo. None. Well, at least for now, I think he doesn't have one. Once a police officer, Richter was racked with guilt over the police's inability to help all those in need, and quite the force to start his own private investigation firm. However, his soft-hearted nature leads him to take on too many cases and has put his office in dire financial straits. How he is still in business is a mystery, with some whispering that a wealthy patron is keeping him afloat. Richter studied alongside Detective June Ario at the police academy. Somehow, surprisingly, given his outlandish clothing and mannerism, Richter excels at covert investigations and tailing his targets. He proudly refers to himself as an investigator extraordinaire, though that only ever succeeds at impressing himself. Is June Ario the old guy? I think so. Let me see. No, it's the young detective. The one that was with the old guy. Where were we? Okay. Richter's biggest source of happiness is nuzzling his pet female albino parakeet, Ernestine. That's her name, Ernestine? Yeah, I think so. which he keeps in his office. He also enjoys collecting mockingbird stickers. Is that the sticker we just saw? Popular line of merchandise featuring birds inexplicably dressed like delinquents and can be frequently sighted searching around town for them. While out and about, Richter typically leaves the office and, more importantly, Ernestine, in the care of Amamori, a junior high schooler who volunteered to assist Richter after being involved in a previous case. Amamori? We don't have anyone with that name, do we? No, I want to know, what is this? Well, I'll be damned. Is that what I think it is? Goodness, you made me jump. It's just a silly little sticker my son got from somewhere or other. He put it up just before. Well, you know what happened. I still can't bring myself to take it down. Let me take a closer look. I knew it! Okay. Okay. He's gonna go into Wii mode. Excuse me? Don't tell me you've never heard of the mockingbirds. The what? They're the hottest new craze. Cute little birds dressed up like rough and tumble delinquents. I've never heard of them, but this certainly seems to matter to you. The best part is nobody knows who made them. They just started showing up around town, and soon enough, they've won everybody's hearts. Wait a second. Are you telling me that someone is going around putting these stickers in the city and people find them? The story goes that they've made by some anonymous artist who covertly leaves them behind in specific locations. No one knows when or where they'll show up next. They're basically an urban legend of sorts. Hey! I wonder if it's related to some curse, you know? To think one would turn up here of all places. This is a good sign, I'm sure of it. Oh well, that's nice. Collect your first mockingbird sticker. Are you for real? It is a thing! It's a thing! Wow. Wow. What the heck is going on here? What the actual fuck? Let's just close this. Bye. What? Okay, what's behind me? Doors, I guess. TV! Color television. Why, thank you. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Wait a second. If this is the door, then where are these behind me? Closet? How about we think? My heart's still racing. This is it. My chance. At long last. Huh? What is our heart racing for? Let me bring you up to speed. We were in the middle of a chat when you suddenly started spacing out. And the whole time, you were grinning to yourself like you just won the lottery. Care to tell me what was all about? Well, where to start? Interesting. Very interesting. So, the haunted clapper's curse echo appeared out of nowhere. Told you how to perform the rite of resurrection, and gave you the curse you'll need to do it. Have I got that right? That's right. So, it's all real. Honestly, I still find it hard to believe. But I guess I have to now. I saw that cursed stone appear in your hand myself. It looked like it popped clean out of thin air. With evidence that clear, there is no denying that there is some supernatural force at work. Damn. I don't think you quite understand. Oh? This isn't about evidence, and it isn't about belief. It's more than that. I know it's real. The moment the curse appeared, I knew everything before it even said a word. I was already there in my head, as clear as a day. You just knew, huh? It was etched into my soul, along with the curse echoes, resentful memories. So I can feel it, what it was like. Dying like they did, hundreds of years ago. Wreathed in flame, writhing in pain as my flesh blackens and my blood boils. I can feel it. All the agony, all the rage. It fills me with bloodlust. I think I need to kill someone. Best line in the whole game. Thank you. That's what I think too. I think I need to kill someone. Oh yeah. Don't call the police, yeah? Anyone will do. Oh god. Oh god. She's way worse than me. Anyone will do. Just as long as they are carrying fire. Damn, girl. Damn, girl. I see. That could be a problem. You think so? From what I know of you, I was sure you'd see it as an opportunity. The stronger the desire to resurrect someone, the stronger the urge to kill. That's how it seems to me, anyway. Oh, no wonder she had really, like, way stronger urge to kill, because obviously she has more desire to resurrect her son than Shogokie has the desire to resurrect someone that he just met 1 month ago. Obviously, right? Very understandably. So I guess it really is, like he said, like the more desire you want to resurrect someone, the stronger the urge to kill. Makes sense. Good grief. Talk about a spanner in the works. I say we take stock of our moment, remind ourselves where we've come from and where we're going. That might be a good idea. About the investigation, apparently we have only one option. I wonder if we will ever have more than one option here? That's what you hired me for, ma'am. To look into your son's kidnapping last year. To uncover the truth behind the abduction and murder of Shuichi Shigima. Oh yes, I remember. They never did find the one who did it. That's what I'm here about today. In fact, kind of you to let me drop by so late, by the way. I've been turning over every last stone, and I've come up with a grand total of 1 lead. Woo! We have a lead! So you said. As far as the police are concerned. Not connected, concerned! I'm sorry. It's a cold case, but I've managed to make some headway. I remember. You were just about to tell me. What are we updating here? The Shikima kidnapping. Okay, we kind of got... The culprits grew rocky, mocking the police force. After 3 days of failure after failure, Harry reached a breakpoint. Another week passed, and Shuichi's body was found floating in the Sumida River. Damn. Shuichi's death could be largely ascribed to the police's incompetence. But this was ultimately covered up with stringent media embargoes. The investigation was never closed, but the case has long gone cold. Shaking my head. Persons of interest. Oh, hello there, Shuichi! We got a file about Shuichi Shigima, elementary school student, the only son of Haruhi Shigima. He was kidnapped and murdered 1 year ago. His body was discovered floating in the Sumida River. Shuichi was a conscientious, brave young boy who was determined to protect his mother, Haruhi, amid his father's frequent absences. He dreamed of becoming a police officer and displayed diligence and an impressive sense of responsibility from a young age. They want us to connect to this boy, so we want to revive him. I really want to revive him. You don't need to, game. You don't need to. I really want to. Likely due to being raised in an extremely strict environment. Born in the early 70s, he spent his days immersed in various activities and studies, including playing piano, learning the abacus, taking English lessons, and training in kendo. I was about to say this kid probably knows more English than me. For sure. Shuichi's tendency to put other people's needs over his own meant he died without ever telling his classmates how much he longed for them all to go out on a hunt for Mockingbird stickers. Aww. Okay, now we get more options to talk about or to ask him about. Yes. I suppose there is not much point going over the kidnapping itself. No, I am very familiar. Then I'll leave that for the files to cover and just confirm a few things about the case. The police traced the culprit's calls back to, let's see here, Northern Oyoko River, here in Sumida City. That's quite a wide area. That's right. In the end, they never managed to nail down exactly where the calls were coming from. But it was almost certainly the same location that Shuichi was being held captive, since Shuichi's voice could be heard during the killer's calls. Northern Oyoko River is quite a distance from Shuichi's normal school commute. Factoring in that he was seen at school but went missing before he arrived at his house, it's likely that he was abducted by a car on his route home. Maybe, but... Exactly. Shuichi was a clever boy. He never would have gotten into a car with a stranger. That's right. I was very firm about that. I know he understood too. I even saw him warning the other children. It's possible that they forced him into the car. The only issue there is there weren't any witnesses to the kidnapping. You can't bundle someone into a car with that many students around and not be noticed. But nobody came forward to say they saw anything suspicious. So, did they target him at some other time or somewhere away from his usual route? Both of those seem a little far-fetched. Which raises the question, how did the kidnapper pull it off? The police never managed to find an answer. In the end, they decided that the kidnapper must just have gotten lucky. Well, why not turn the problem on its head? I think the kidnapper knew the boy or the boy knew the kidnapper. The kidnapper managed to convince Shuichi to get into their car, but how? The only thing that makes sense to me is if they were somebody that he would have a reason to trust. A teacher perhaps, or a relative, or somebody else that he knew. But all of the adults Shuichi knew has alibis. The police checked them all thoroughly. They did, huh? No one throws numbers at a problem like the cops. But what if it wasn't someone he knew? Or rather, what if the culprit disguised themselves as the police officer? Le gasp. That would explain why he didn't find them suspicious. The Shigima family has close ties with the police after all. He would have had a reason to trust them. You might be right. I mean, the kid also wanted to be a police officer, so he would trust any police officer anytime. But surely, that couldn't have... Well, there's a problem with the theory. You'd be surprised how much police officers stand out. That's sort of the point, after all. They're meant to be a visible deterrent against crime. But nobody noticed police officers. I really want to keep asking about the kidnapping. Is that so weird? But here's another interesting little bit of the trivia I happen to know. When you ask people to imagine someone suspicious, nobody pictures women or children. Oh! It's a woman, you bitch! Even kids have been warned about stranger danger. Often subconsciously expect that danger to look like an adult man. Besides, Shuichi was the sort of boy who wanted to be a police officer when he grew up. He must have had a very strong sense of right and wrong. That's right. Wait, surely you can't mean... Now you're getting it. If, say, a young woman approached Shuichi asking for help, what would he have done? Gasp. If someone like that said they were lost and asked him for directions, would he have gotten into a car? He might have. My husband always told him that a man had duty to watch out for women and children. You could certainly argue that kind of attitude is outdated nowadays. But if Shuichi believed it, then we might have something here. Then you think the culprit was a young woman? But there was a man's voice on the phone. She might have been an accomplice, or maybe she didn't even realize she was being used. If anything, that would explain why she hasn't come forward. She herself might not realize she had anything to do with the case. So, the question is, did anybody see Shuichi speaking with a young woman on the day of his disappearance? See what I said about people's biases? That goes for witnesses too. And I figured that maybe, if I started asking new questions, I might get some new answers. So I spent my day asking around Shuichi's school road, seeing if anyone had seen something. And one man thought he did. Oh, he had! Do you mean he saw it happen? Well, I can't say that for sure yet. It turned out he wanted something from me. So he asked if we could talk in private. Okay, we're getting a flashback. That's new. Several hours earlier. Alright, this should do. There is no one around. We can speak in confidence. Excuse me. What was your name again? What the fuck are you? Junoichi. Junoichi? Got it. Well, Junoichi, I'm all ears. Just so we're on the same page. You're a private detective investigating Shuichi Shigima's kidnapping. Do I have that right? Of course. What else do I look like? Look like a cowboy? I don't know, man. How should I know what a private detective looks like? Ah, forget it. Look, I'll tell you straight. My life is in danger. I need your help. The gasp. You'll excuse me if that caught me a little off guard. Let me ask you straight. Who is trying to kill you? Look at the poses, you guys. Look at the goddamn poses. What the heck is going on here? Look at it. And before he asked him, he put his hand on the hat. I was like, wait a second, let me pose for this. Damn, let's pose for this. So he asked who is trying to kill you. A student called Michiyo Shiraishi. Shiraishi? Michiyo? I feel like we had this name before. I don't know, man. At this point, all names look the same to me. Interesting. A schoolgirl, huh? Sounds like you've been naughty. It's nothing like that. That girl, she's a murderer. I'm the only one who knows, but I saw what she did. Michiyo Shiraishi. I saw her kidnap Shuichi Shigema. Damn! Damn, girl! Damn, the balls of that girl. Come again? I saw her talk to him on the street and lead him away. I didn't think much of it at the time, but then he went missing. She murdered him. I'm sure of it. Or at least she's got something to do with it. That's what you're here for, isn't it? That you can't let her get to me. If that's true, you've been sitting on some valuable information. Why didn't you tell anybody? Well, you see, if you can't explain that, I don't have any reason to believe you. I couldn't. She told me she'd kill me if I spoke a word. You're telling me a schoolgirl had you scared for your life? So you've been sitting on that all this time? And you think she's coming for you now that you've spilled the beans? Yes, that's it. Exactly. I'm begging you, don't let her get me. Arrest her. I'm telling you, she's a demon. She's a demon. Well, you seem to believe what you're saying, but it just doesn't add up. How could a schoolgirl have a fully grown man so terrified? You don't know what she can do. She'll curse me. Curse you? Look at wait. Look at his lips, you guys. Look at his lips, please. Look at his lips. Look at that mouth, you guys. I can't, I'm dying. Wow. Like, I'm sorry, but you're losing me here. It's Jill, her house. It's... I forget it. Why do I even bother? You seem dubious enough to believe me, but I should have known you'd never understand. Enough. I'll find someone else to help me. Hey! Shit, he has a curse already. She has a curse already. Interesting. I wonder if it was possible for anyone to get curses before this night. And that's about the long and short of it. I can hardly believe it. At the time, I thought his mention of curses was just crazy talk. But I'm starting to see that there might have been more to it. Then, if we can just find that girl... Curse or no curse, if she was with Chuichi on the day of the kidnapping, then there's a good chance she knows something. On top of that, I did some digging on the man I spoke to. His full name's Kohei Junoichi. Is a teacher at Komagata High School here in Sumida. A teacher? Then this schoolgirl is one of his students? I think that's very likely. That murderous look on her. At last, we've got a lead. Hopefully, it'll be on the breakthrough we're looking for. You know, we still need to figure out exactly what you want me to do. Tell you what. Why don't I tell you what I found, and then we can make a decision. Alright. Okay. Then we talk about the right of resurrection. The right of resurrection, huh? I read about that in an occult magazine the other day. Apparently some old book showed up recently with all the gory details. And they say that the right can be found somewhere in Honjo. I remember the first time you told me that. It felt like my prayers had been heard. Like I had hope, real hope, for the first time. Ever since that awful day, I've wondered, what if I hadn't sent him to school? What if I just paid the ransom? Not a day goes by when I don't think that if I'd done something differently, Juichi would still be alive. You can't blame yourself, ma'am. It was the culprit's fault, not yours. Though I know that won't help any grief. Grief is funny like that. I'm guessing that's why you're after the right. Guess I didn't need to ask. It's written all over your face. I can tell how much he meant to you. But, and this is a big but. A big but, you guys. A big but. A big but. If this right is the real deal, using it will mean killing someone and stealing their soul. Wow, look at her dead eyes, you guys. Her eyes are dead. Is that a problem? It's like, is that a problem? I don't see the problem. I don't know. Wayne? What do you mean? What do you mean? There's no problem. I'm fine with it. I just kill people. If it comes to that, I'm afraid I'll have to stop you. Oh, that's a shame. A shame, huh? That's all? I thought if I'm going to be competing with other curse bearers, then your detective skills might come in useful. You realize you're talking about ending someone's life, right? Don't you see an issue with that? I think any parent in my position would happily kill for a chance like that. For real, for real. That's so, is it? Dear, oh dear. What have I gotten myself into? If it makes you uncomfortable, then you won't have to get any blood on your hands yourself. I don't need you to kill the other curse bearers. I only need you to find them. I won't be part of the murder, ma'am, not even for a client. Oh, we have options. I'll pay you. How much can I give you to change your mind? Sorry, ma'am, but not everyone has a price. Are you sure about that? I've got my policies. Policies? Whoops. I've got my policies and I stick to them. I see. I didn't realize you were so stubborn. Let me say though, it's not like I don't get what you're going through. As long as you're not killing anyone with your own hands, maybe I can help you out. See, he puts a condition on it. What do you have in mind? Well, how about stealing someone else's curse stone and they've filled it with soul dregs? If that was all you were after, then I could lend you my services guilt-free. If the other curse bearers want to kill each other, that's their business. I'm not trying to be hero here. I guess there is no guarantee a stolen curse stone will work, but we can worry about that later. Well, then, I suppose we have a deal. Although, what if I stole a curse stone using my curse? Would you disapprove? That would void our contract, ma'am. Just warning you now. My. Before we go any further, why didn't you tell me about that curse of yours? The Haunting Clappers, was it? That's one of the 7 mysteries of Honjo, if I remember correctly. That's right. The original story did happen somewhere near here, I think. I'm sure I remember hearing that. In that case, my money would be on all the curse bearers being somewhere in Honjo. Our first move should be to narrow them down. Some of them are bound to try and come for you first. We'll need to be ready. The curses make their bearers more willing to kill. An attack could come from anywhere. That sounds sensible. Are we supposed to look around? I hope I'm not missing anything from not looking around. And if I remember correctly, your haunted clappers can set people on fire. But only if they have a naked flame or a lighter on their person. Is that right? That's right. In older times, wooden clappers were used to warn people of fire. I'm guessing it punishes those who don't heed the warning. It seems like a good curse to have. It's simple and straightforward enough to use. Although it's hard to say how it stacks up without knowing what else is on the table. You really think it's that good? The target can do much to throw it off, and it has a nice long activation window. It's big that it works on lighters too. Just slip one into your target's pocket. And say that condition were already fulfilled before they even knew you're there. They wouldn't even know what hit them. Maybe I wouldn't have to actually use it. I could just tell someone I could, and they would have to do what I said. Look at him posing again, brah. Threats could work, although without any proof, it'll come down to how convincing you can be. If only you could use the curse, then back out at the last second. At the last second? What an interesting idea. I have a lighter right here. We could try it now. What? You're gonna try it on him? That's an interesting proposition. But maybe not. I'm not quite crazy enough to make myself a guinea pig. Oh, I see. Is she disappointed? Come on, girl. You do need him, though. You're an odd one, ma'am, if you don't mind me saying, and I don't think it's just a curse. You flatterer. As for what we do next, first of all, I think you should stay indoors. Try not to do anything spontaneous or outside of your normal routine. Hey? Right then, have you decided what you want me working on? Help me with the right? Investigate the kidnapping. Oh, damn. So we have to pick? Let's pick the right. Because if we get it, we can just revive the kid and we don't have to find out anything. Bringing my son back is more important. I want you to help me with the rite of resurrection. Roger that, the rite it is. Odds are good that the other curse bearers are also working by night. Anyone they kill under the cover of darkness won't be discovered until sunrise. I bet they'll be trying to do as much as they can before morning comes. So, it's settled then. I'll look into the other curse bearers by night. And once the city wakes up and I can start asking questions, I'll investigate the kidnapping as well. Oh, okay. Not bad. Not bad. I'll even try and find Mrs. Shiraishi as part of the bargain. Thank you. That's more than enough. Now then. I should get to work. There's only so much time before sunrise. I'll call you if I find out anything new. You stay here and keep a lookout. All right. There's no telling what kinds of curses you might find out on the streets tonight. Don't go outside if you can help it, and try to be ready for anything. I will. Well, if that's all, I should be going. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, bitch. Okay, so far it's a straight line. We don't need a summary, we just did it. Let's go. Harui Shigima, 1 a.m. Shigima Mansion, reception room. Chandelier! It's been almost an hour since Richter left. He promised he'd call me if anything happened. But he hasn't. So all I can do is wait. And wait. Newspaper? What is this? A newspaper? It must have fallen off the chair. Read it! It's a newspaper. I only leave them in here for the guests. I hardly ever read them myself. I don't think I've taken the time to go over one in years, in fact. Well, it's not like I have anything better to do. Wow, no, 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 no. I'm just, let's press everything and see if anything. Imagine someone just comes here. That's not gonna happen, right? I think we found something. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Suicide at local high school. Oh, I remember that. A high school girl jumped off a roof about a week ago. She was bullied, I think. Or maybe it was something about exam pressure. What? What? No, this can't be right. Her name. Michiyo Shiraichi. From Komagata High School? It can't be. Michiyo Shiraishi, the same girl who witnessed my son's kidnapping, committed suicide last week? But that means Mr. Jinoshi was terrified of someone who already died? Is that what he meant by a curse? I can't work this out on my own. Maybe Richter will know. Why won't he call? Oh, I haven't left it off the hook, have I? I'm waiting for Richter to contact me, but he hasn't. I've made sure the receiver is on the hook. It rings as soon as he calls. Ah! That must be him! Answer! Hello, Shikima residence. Harui Shikima, 2 a.m. Komagata Bridge. I guess he asked us to go there. Richter called me out to meet him, and we came here to Komagata Bridge. Richter, there's something I need to tell you. Funny, I was just thinking the same thing. We're on Komagata Bridge, over the Sumida River. There's a highway on one side and a freeway on the other, but they are both deserted this late of night. Okay, wow, it is really creepy that nobody's here. And guys, this is not where we killed Shogo. We were at the gardens, whatever gardens. The Sumida River. The water is filthy and horrid, but at night, when it's still, it looks almost peaceful. Can I ask you something, ma'am? Is the Sumida River what you Honjo folks picture when you think of home? I couldn't say. All I can tell you is that I can hardly stand the sight of it. Right, would have guessed. Yeah, because that's where they found her son. This was where they found him, after he went missing. All alone, floating in that horrible water. All I can think is how scared he must have been, how cold he must have been. What did he ever do to deserve something so awful? I've come here every day since. And I prayed to the river to give him back. Aww. To give me back my son. Day after day. You know, in olden times, people believed rivers marked where our world met the next. So the act of crossing flowing water had a huge amount of spiritual significance. Back when Edo was founded, the people of Chuo saw the Sumida River the same way. They associated the far side of the river with the afterlife. That same place would later become Honjo. All their fear and revulsion. But then, the Ryogoko Bridge sprang up after the Great Fire of Miraiki. And just like that, Honjo was part of the city too. And as it turned from a farmland into a town, the people surrounded it with man-made rivers and crisscrossed it with canals and waterways. Weren't those to prevent flooding? That's what I was told. They were, but that's not all they were for. Their other purpose was to contain all the corruption that had built up on the far shore and stop it leaking through to our side of the Great Divide. Officially, they were a physical barrier, but unofficially, they were a spiritual one too. So, if I have this right, are you saying that Honjo is a place where the real world meets the afterlife? Exactly. That's why the rite of resurrection is here, rather than anywhere else, I'm sure of it. And it's probably why the 7 mysteries and their curses have survived to the modern day. And I guess that would make the spot we're standing now, right over the water. The border between life and death. If there ever was a place where bringing back the dead might be possible, I reckon it's here. It's funny that you mentioned praying to the river. That might have done more than you think. Is that supposed to make me feel better? Just thinking aloud, ma'am. Well, it's a nice thought. Damn, we got a lore about the fucking Sumida River. High five. Hey. Oh, that's right. There is one more memory I have of this river. Do you mind if I tell you? Go ahead. Must have been about 20 years now, when I was still a schoolgirl. Back then, the Sumida River was much filthier than it is now. Filthy. It was full of garbage and industrial discharge. It was scummy and slimy, and it stank. You could look out over the water and see dead cats and dogs and pigeons just floating. And one day, among all the filth and garbage, there was a piece of my missing classmate's hand. Huh? What the She just went your classmate's hand? What? It was almost a miracle when you stop to think about it. What were the chances that someone would find a part of her that was still recognizable? And that although everything but the palm had rotted away in the water, the part that was left would have an identifiable scar. And that they could tell it's been a murder from the blade marks on the bone. Wow, just from that hand, you guys. Wait. Are you talking about the Nejima murders? So, you have heard of it. I'm impressed. I assume you were, but an elementary schooler at the time. I wasn't really aware of it then, I only heard about it after the fact. I had no idea the victim was a classmate of yours. I wonder why we're getting this. It should be connected somewhere. A notorious case from over 2 decades ago involving the murder of a female high school student. It first came to the attention of the authorities when part of a human left hand was discovered floating in the Sumida River. Testing revealed it to belong to a missing female high school student, as it appeared to have been severed deliberately. The police launched a murder investigation. A large-scale search for the river was organized, but the highly polluted state of the water made this impossible. Visibility was poor, the stench was intense, and the divers quickly fell ill. They succeeded in recovering only the victim's head and what appeared to be a part of her leg before the search was called off. Damn! At the time of the incident, the Sumida River Neither fish nor shellfish could survive in it, eventually causing the annual fireworks festival to be called off indefinitely. Over the course of the search, the police discovered a number of unidentified human bones. This caused a stir among the public. So that girl wasn't the only victim, I think. I'm not sure. As several other young women had gone missing in recent years in the Tokyo area, and it was feared that they may have fallen victim to the same fate. Forensic technologies at the time, however, were not advanced enough to determine the identities of the deceased, and so the police were unable to open any inquiries. Damn! Due to the overwhelming lack of circumstantial evidence, the investigation ground to a halt until Hitherdo. What is this word? What is this word? Hitherto, unrelated individual, came to its attention. During a question about a separate incident, Tomichika Nejima, a 36-year-old shop owner with no relation to the victim, divulged details about her that had never been released to the general public. An investigation into his background was conducted, leading to his arrest. Nejima testified that he had snatched his victim from the street and confined her in the underground storeroom of his shop, which also served as his living quarters. He chose her for no special reason, but simply decided she was an opportune target on seeing her walking alone at night. Damn, don't walk alone at night, you guys. Don't walk alone at night. After keeping her locked up for several days, he restrained her, sewed her mouth shut. Oh damn! And severed her fingers and toes with a box cutter while she was still conscious. Oh god, that is horrible. As she screamed silently behind her sealed lips, he proceeded to her wrists, her ankles, her elbows, her knees, working his way inwards, slowly and methodically. Son of a bitch. What a son of a bitch! His victim constantly wavered in and out of consciousness. Her ordeal continued until she died of blood loss. Poor thing. What a poor thing. Nejima dismembered the rest of her body and disposed of it behind his home in the Sumida River before cleaning his storeroom and returning to his everyday routine as if nothing had happened. What a son of a bitch. The brutality of his actions shocked the nation when they were eventually reported. Once apprehended, Nejima readily divulged the details of the murder, but was less willing to explain his motive. When asked, he would only break down in tears, saying, "I don't know what came over me. I know it was wrong." What? In the end, the police could extract nothing more from him than expressions of remorse, although the efficiency of his methods strongly suggested that he had committed similar crimes in the past. No corroborating evidence ever came to light. Nejima was sentenced to life in prison. At his first hearing, the sentence was imposed with no appeal from the defendant. Maybe he was cursed, but this was 20 years ago. So like the curses drop in every 20 years ago? I wonder. Look at him! This is him! I'm sorry, but that face is so funny. The man who made headlines over 2 decades ago as the perpetrator of the brutal killings known as the Nejima murders. To be honest, it was all a bit of a blur. A wave of chaos just parting around me. Something like that. They said the rest of her body must have sunk to the bottom of the river. They combed the riverbed, but they only ever found pieces. Everything else must have rotted and flowed out to the sea. Afterwards, I heard that all the divers who had been looking for her fell ill. A sorry story for everyone involved, huh? It's funny, everyone figures the river is filthy already, so one more piece of garbage won't hurt. But every little bit makes it worse. It's a vicious cycle. I know I wouldn't want to go rooting around down there myself. That's right, which is why the riverbed is the last place anybody would go looking. Or so was the killer's thinking, I suppose. The times were changing quickly back then. Things were confusing, everyone seemed to be in a hurry. Young people were moving to Tokyo in droves. Some even ran away from home to make it in the big city. And they made easy targets for bad people. A lot of them ended up disappearing without a trace. You see, back then, if you chopped the body up into tiny pieces and threw it in the river, it would rot quickly and discreetly and sink to the bottom, never to be seen again. Are you saying what I think you're saying? They arrested him shortly after, Fumichika Nejima, the man who killed my classmate and cut her into pieces. He was so methodical about it, it couldn't have been his first crime. And people began to wonder how many other girls he'd murdered the same way. The police never found any evidence of other murders in the end. But the river knows the truth. Pretty making fun of my fave. No! No! It's just funny. I did not expect to get a picture of him or a file about him, but I guess we did. Exactly, Chad. Don't take candy from strangers. How many corpses has it swallowed up over the years, I wonder? That same thought spread through everyone's mind, and they started to avoid this area. Thank you for hydrate. So really, this river has been rank with corruption for decades now. Or at least, that's how it seems to me. Well, was that interesting? Well, I can see why you don't have any good memories of this river. With all that darkness lurking beneath the surface, there's no reason that you would. Still, if I may, ma'am, I'm surprised you know so much about the Nijima murders. But how could I not? After all, I was the one. Okay. Okay. She got me there. She got me there. I really thought she was the one that killed him. God damn it. Who found the hand? Why is he surprised? The police actually wrote me a thank you letter. They said it was only thanks to me that they managed to bring Nejima to justice. That was the only time my father ever said he was proud of me. Huh. I guess it just wasn't the killer's day. Sometimes I wonder if he resents me for it. Why are we so close? Hello? Alright, let's talk. There's something I need to tell you. What's up? Well, that girl, Michiyu Shiraishi. The one who was with Shuichi on the day of the kidnapping? That's her. Well, she's dead. She's what? The student who committed suicide last week. That was her. I heard something like that had happened. Never got the name though. Talk about bad luck. We finally get a lead, only to find it's turned into a literal dead end. Unless her death was the whole reason Inoshi was so shaken up. He said she was going to curse him. Was he talking about her taking revenge from beyond the grave? It seems like we're back where we started. Not necessarily. That teacher knows something, I'm sure of it. At the very least, I've put money on him having something to do with Mrs. Shiraishi's death. That's why he's so scared of being cursed by her. I see. And also, something tells me he knows more about your son's kidnapping. Huh? In any case, I think I've got a good idea of what he's hiding. Call it a hunch. A hunch? Well, more of a theory. Care to take a guess? Do we guess? Yeah, even if I want to, I don't know what he's talking about. I'm just an ordinary housewife. I'm not clever enough for all of that. So mood. Are you sure? I'd had you down for a sharper than that. That's flattering, but I'm afraid you're mistaken. Anyway, that's enough speculation for now. The truth will out him. I feel like that's not good English. Like, the truth will be out in time? Will be out in time. I don't know, man. Right now, I think we need to have another chat with Mr. Janoshi. Please, go ahead. Alright then. I've been poking around places connected to 7 mysteries, looking for curse bearers. And I think I found a few candidates. Damn! Who did we find? First. Oh! Look at him! First, a tall man I ran into in Kinshiboro Park. I asked him for directions, trying to probe him a little, but he turned the questions right back around on me. And he was out of there the second he figured I wasn't what he was looking for. I got the sense curses were nothing new to him. I'm about 40% sure he's a curse bearer. 40%. Then there's this middle-aged guy I saw on South Warigasui Street. There's no question about this one. He had one of the cursed stones in his hand. He had a nervous air about him too. It was clear he was up to some shady business. Gathering soul dregs, I'd bet. Make a good target. I think he's with the darkness. Next up is a pair. A young man and a woman I saw around Ryogo Bridge. This time, the man came up to me and asked me flat out if I was a curse bearer. I told him I didn't know what he was talking about, and he backpedaled and left. Looks like they lurk around there often, looking for kindred spirits, would be my guess. Though, it didn't seem like they were quite working as a pair. Gathering soul dregs in a group might be a decent idea if you could make it work. But with things being how they are, it's got to be hard to find folks one can trust. They've got brass though. I don't know what their deal is, but I'd like to find out. Last is 2 detectives I've seen sniffing around. No Shogo? The police are involved? Not necessarily. A body turned up in a local park a few days ago, so they might just be looking into that. Still, the park's got ties to one of the 7 mysteries. Might be it was a curse that the guy that did the guy in. The guy? So a guy died in the park? And if they're sending in detectives from the head office, then something's got to be up. How do you know where they're from? Let's just say that when you're in this business, there are some faces you get to know. Fair enough. Anyway, that's everyone who's got my eye. You found all of them in so little time? I really did hire the best. It's all in the name, ma'am. Richard Kai B.I. Look at him posing! No, I can't, I'm dying. No, wait. Make that Richard Kai, investigator extraordinaire. My, an investigator extraordinaire? Is that why you can dress up like that without drawing attention to yourself? You bet. An investigator extraordinaire can blend in like a chameleon in any outfit. Well, that aside, the middle-aged man and the young couple sound the most promising, am I right? Whichever we pick, still too early to make a move. It seems like the curse bearers are less involved with each other than we thought. Plus, there's still others we don't know about. I say we hang fire and see how things play out. Once more bodies start showing up, that'll get the pot nice and hot. And once it's boiling, our chance will come. Okay. Is something wrong? Not really. It just struck me. It's been 20 years since the Nijima murders. So it has. Not to spook you or anything, but I thought you might be interested in knowing. Life in prison doesn't always mean life. Are you telling me that the guy is out? There is precedent for first-time offenders being allowed out on a parole after 20 years. Only if they're found to show remorse and the desire to reform themselves, of course. That's right. I'm impressed you know so much. Still, it's hard for someone with a criminal record to reintegrate into society. I hear they've been trying to fix that recently, matching inmates with jobs and accommodation. Oh, really? They keep an eye on them, of course. Thank you for 100. And make them report in for regular checkups. But to avoid discrimination, they keep the inmates' records a secret from everyone but their employees. They even give particularly notorious criminals new identities, so they won't be recognized in the workplace. My. The way you put it, it's like you're saying Fumichika Nijima could be out on a parole right now, back in society under a new name, with nobody any the wiser. It's possible. As it happens, a little birdie told me about a big name making parole a few months back. I don't know if that was Nijima, but our discussion just now did bring it to mind. I see. How unsettling. Now that you mention it, I just remembered something too. Oh, we keep remembering things. I like that. I like this game. What was it? I was passing Komagata High School a little while ago when I saw someone. A janitor, I think. And I could have sworn he reminded me of Fumichika Nijima. Damn, girl! Oh? He looked a little different after 20 years. Much thinner than I remembered, too. I told myself I was just seeing things. But perhaps it was him after all. Yeah, he didn't. So, what's next? The big question now is what the rest of the curse bearers are up to. Luckily, the Sumida River is a good distance from any of the 7 mysteries. It's unlikely the other curse bearers will come all the way here. I can finally have a moment to think. I see. All right. Wait, this is new. This is new. I don't know if you guys see it, but I have on the left, down left, I have something called suspend. You cannot currently progress any further. Once your situation has changed, select resume to try again. Pressing suspend will return you to the story chart. Got it. Interesting. Spirit Board, Yako Sakazaki. Yako Sakazaki searches for the rite of the resurrection, hoping to revive her friend who jumped to her death. To get the information she needs, she meets with her classmate, Mio Kurosuzu, in their classroom at midnight to attempt using the Spirit Board. Oh, Spirit Board, let's go! Let's talk to spirits, let's go, let's go. Yako Sakazaki. 12 a.m. Komagata High School. Yeah, let's do that. That should be everything. Okay, let's start. Ready for this, Yako? I need a second. Sorry, give me a second. It's okay. It's normal to be nervous your first time. There's nothing to be scared of, I promise. Thanks. I'm ready. High school student, Yako Sakazaki. Curse Echo, question mark. Okay. Yako is a student in class 2C at Komagata High School, unable to comprehend why her childhood friend and classmate, Michiyo Shiraishi, committed suicide. She attempted to investigate the incident herself. However, she was unable to make any progress and, feeling desperate, invited transfer student Miyo Kurosuzu to join her in performing a spirit board ritual. Born and raised in Honjo, Sumida City, Yako's family has owned and operated the beloved candy shop. Candy shop! Sennoya, since its establishment in the early Showa era. Despite her modest appearance, Yako is a cheerful and vivacious young woman with a sense of duty and compassion so strong that she is easily moved to tears. She is also a bit quick-tempered and quarrelsome, always prepared to stand up against those who harm her family or friends. It is possible, however, that this readiness to fight is more driven by an innate love of chaos. Yako's winning streak against arrogant boys in scraps since she was a child remains unbroken. That is the source of considerable stress for her mother. Okay. All right, let's start. Wow, look at the board. This is the spirit board. This is how we'll be communicating. First, we'll both put a finger on the 10 yen coin that's on the board. Okay. Oh, they want me to do it myself. Oh, like this? Just like that. Relax your finger as much as you can. Now for the chant. Repeat what I say, okay? Oh, Spectre of Spirits board, please visit us. Your turn. Spectre of the Spirit board. What was it again? Please visit us. Spectre of the Spirit board. Spectre of the Spirit board, please visit us. You're a little off. Huh? Just relax. I'll say it again. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit board, please visit us. Your turn. Is it the first one? Is the second one? Picture of the spirit board. Why? First one. Spectre of Spirit Port. Spectre of the Spirit Port. Please visit us. It's the same shit. Good. What the fuck do you... I said the same shit. Please tell us if you are there. Oh! It moved. Wow! It really moved. Looks like we succeeded in the summoning. We can ask questions now. Right, questions! Start with a question you know the answer to and see the response. Then, when you know your questions are being answered truthfully, you ask what you really want to know. Okay, I'll start with something simple. What is this place, maybe? Or what is my name? I feel like place or name would be the thing, but most likely place. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, where are we? Wow. Ain't no way. Are they moving it? High school. High school, that's right. The answers don't seem to be very precise. I think it should know the answer to this. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, what is my name? Huh? What's the matter? How strange. Huh? It told me no? Ah, I bet it means it doesn't know. It made the Spectre of the Spirit Board, but it doesn't know everything. Is this spirit really the real deal? It's fine. I feel like it's giving me attitude. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Are you truly the Spectre of the Spirit Board? Huh? It said no. Is it lying? Not quite. The Spectre of the Spirit Board is just a temporary name. We can call them when we're using the board. We're actually calling spirits with a strong tie to this place, or one of the people participating. In other words, a spirit that just happened to be nearby and just felt like answering. They don't really think of themselves as the Spectre of the Spirit Board. Oh, really? Huh, feels like some of the mystique has disappeared. Do you mind if I still call you the Spectre of the Spirit Board? They mind. Yes, okay. Thanks. Always good to remember to say please and thank you. Due to the cult craze, divination has become popular among young boys and girls. All one needs is a coin and a piece of paper with letters and numbers written on it. Using these, all one has to do is ask a question of the called upon spirit, and it will move the coin and answer. It is believed to be a tool that was adopted from Western spiritualism, and molded by Japanese occult enthusiasts. Though it is considered a form of divination, the ritualistic nature of its usage can cause self-hypnosis or auto-suggestion, leading to hallucinations or symptoms similar to spirit possession. Many schools banned these spirit boards after there were several cases of students sneaking into schools at night. Naughty naughty. In addition to stories of people having seizures when using the boards. Damn. I hope we don't have a seizure. Fine. What is the name of the girl across from me? Oh, come on. You know her name but not my name? Mio. That's right. Grr, that's not fair. It knows your name, Mio. It even used that weird character you used to spell your name. How flattering. Psychic girl. Mio Kurosuzu. The girl's echo is also question mark. Interesting. So it's not confirmed that she has one or not. Mio transferred to class 2C at Komagata High School about 2 months ago. Although she is an extremely mild-mannered young woman, she exudes a somewhat off-putting dark aura, which makes it difficult for her to form friendships. Miyo has, however, found a friend in her classmate, Yako Sakazaki, and has begun opening up to her little by little. The truth of the matter is that Miyo is the apprentice of a famous psychic, possessing exceptional spirit sense. She takes on the troublesome task of surreptitiously, yeah, I said it, Tsumi, handling spiritual disturbances that break out in schools across Tokyo before they become a problem. She transforms schools frequently as a result, and thus has trouble making human friends. So maybe she has ghost friends, okay? Miyo has already solved an incident at Komagata High School involving a female student possessed by a spirit, although she takes effort to hide her spirit sense. Many develop an impression that Miyo has a deep knowledge of the occult and the paranormal upon first meeting her, leading her to be anxious and that her secrets have been exposed. The most common comment she receives is that she seems to get along well with crows and black cats. I bet even the teachers get it wrong all the time. I guess these paranormal beings just tend to take a liking to you. I don't know how I should feel about that. I'll ask it again. What is my name? It didn't even hesitate this time. Alright, it's time to try asking serious questions. Yeah. Who does Miyo have a crush on? I don't care about that, what? Michiyo's cause of death. Okay, here we go. I'll be serious now. Yes, please. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Did Michiyo Shiraichi in our class, who died by committing suicide by jumping 1 week ago, really commit suicide? Do we believe this? So it really wasn't. I'm not surprised. I never believed that from the start. Now's the important part. Yeah. Oh, this is Michiyo. Oh, she looks so cute. Michiyo was a second-year student at Komagata High School. She was found deceased 1 week ago in a back alley of South Warigosui Street. Her entire body broken and severely contorted. Damn. Police determined that Michiyo committed suicide by jumping from a nearby apartment building. As there was no suicide note, the police based their conclusion on interviews with Michiyo's peers. Michiyo was an honor student with a good head on her shoulders and constantly excellent grades, making her a favorite among the teachers. Although she appeared somewhat reserved, she had a positive outlook on life and a courageous spirit. Michiyo and Yako formed a long-lasting friendship during childhood, with Yako's unbending and compromising attitude deeply influencing Michiyo. However, beneath her strong exterior, Michiyo had been pushing herself too hard and keeping her emotions bottled up to the point that they risked overflowing. Following her father's death 3 years ago and moving to a new house, Michiyo has begun avoiding Yako. Although the two remained in the same area of town and attended the same high school, they gradually grew further apart. Yako herself worried for her childhood friend, but incapable of wading into the complexities of Michiyo's home life, kept her distance. The days passed, and though Michiyo longed to confess everything to Yako, the moment to do so never came. Michiyo carried an old talisman, a memento of her father, with her at all times. Michiyo's cause of death. Oh, Spectre of Spirit Board. Did Michiyo Shiraichi die in an accident? Accident? It said yes. So it was an accident and not suicide. Michio. Then, did she slip and fall from that apartment building? Oh, not that. Huh, it didn't. What do you mean? Michio didn't die falling from the apartment building? Oh, no way! If that were true, then why was she lying on the ground like that in the back alley of the apartment building? It was an accident, not a fall. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, what happened to Michio on that day? Seems like it doesn't know the details. Why would we ask about the rites of resurrection right all of a sudden? Then how about... Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. We want to use the rites of resurrection to bring Michio back to life. Do you know where the rites of resurrection is? I wonder. Ah! What? What is this? Stop! I'm scared, Mio. Calm down. You can't let go before it's over. Oh! Ah! So this is the curse? Are we curse bearers? Such deep sorrow, a resentful memory is flowing into my mind. Fool's precision, those who hear it shall fall into the depths of the hell. Kill them! Kill them! Those who hear the sound, kill them all. You have acquired the power of the Curse Stone, the Fool's Possession. You can use it to kill those who hear the sound produced by the curse echo for more than 30 seconds. The effect will be negated if you are seen in that time. Press the Use Curse button to produce the sound. The effect will negate if you are seen in that time. So, you should make people hear it, but not let them see you? So what happened is that Shogo saw her. Ah! Murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. But what was that about 20 years ago, though? One week ago. We have flashback! Hey, did you hear? Someone from our school committed suicide. What? Really? Who? I heard that. Michio from Class C, right? No way. Michio? She's been acting pretty strangely lately, but I still can't believe it. Did you know? I heard Michio's mom remarried last year. They say her new stepdad is a total jerk. Oh, there we go. Really? How so? Like, he'd peek on her while she changes and couldn't keep his hands off her. I even heard he's an ex-con. If she resists him, he gets violent. That's so scary. No way. I couldn't take that. I'd probably think about killing myself too if I had to deal with someone like that at home. You hear about suicides in the news, but for it to happen here is a little scary. By the way, isn't there a girl who transferred into Class C recently? Oh, I heard about her. She's gloomy, doesn't stand out much. Did you know that the school she was at before she transferred, she also had a suicide? What? For real? That seems like kinda fishy. Did you hear about Michio in Class C? Yeah, she seemed like the stereotypical honor student in her first year, but She stopped showing up to class and her grades started dropping after her third semester. So she offed herself because her grades were bad? No fair. Just thinking about practice tests makes me wanna die too. All anyone cares about is test scores and grades. What the heck with the text going so fast? Ahem. There might be some of you who already know, but a member of our class, Michio Shiraichi, passed away last night. Okay, calm down. I know this comes as a surprise, but please keep quiet. The cause of death is still under investigation, and there is nothing we know for certain at the moment. Detailed investigation reports will come from the police, so please don't go spreading any rumors. Got it? We're sending everyone home for today. No dilly-dallying on your way. School will be off tomorrow as well. Hey you, stop celebrating. Show some respect. There will be a memorial service scheduled next week at the school assembly, if anyone wishes to pay their respects individually. Several days later. Yako? Sorry to bug you. It's just, you seem a little different from your usual self. I hope I'm not being a nosy. But thanks, Mia. Was I acting that strangely? Yeah, enough to make me worry. If you want to talk, I'm happy to listen. Yeah, this is perfect timing. There's actually something I want to ask you. Yeah? You know that spirit board thing that everyone's been doing? Where you summon a spirit and ask it whatever you want? Ah, yeah, I know it. I want to try it out. There's something I want to know. Why are you telling me this? I mean, you seem like the type to know about this stuff. Oh, I do? Yeah, you look like you're really into that occult stuff. You know, you've got that kind of gloomy look. Huh. I don't know how I should feel about that. But you do know how to do it, right? Well, yes. I think I probably know a little more than most. Okay, please help me. You're my only hope. Ah, we have to ask something else. Hey, Mio? You know about the rites of resurrection, right? Yeah. It's that thing Mr. Araichi apparently discovered and wrote an article about. I doubt there is many people who don't know. He's always talking about it. Do you believe it's real? Oh, look at her lips! I'm gonna be like lips like that too. I go with those lips too. Do you believe it's real? Huh? Well, it sounds a little too good to be true to me. But on the off chance that it really works, we could bring Michiyo back to life with it. I want to find it if there is even the slightest chance to bring in Michiyo back. But how will you look for it? Right. That's the thing. Michiyo, I wonder why she had to die. She didn't leave a note or anything, but they announced that it was a suicide. That can't be right. She would never kill herself. Michi was so happy and always looked on the bright side of things. She loved coming to school. I know she was going through some hard times, but for her to kill herself? I never got the chance to speak with her. She was often absent from school, and when she did come in, she looked depressed. You're right. And that's why everyone was so willing to accept that she committed suicide. They acted like they cared, but all they did was gossip about it. They put together little pieces of information and spread rumors like it's the truth. Isn't that terrible? Yes, it is. I've heard some that are really awful. In the end, the only reason they're able to say stuff like that is because they aren't personally involved. It's true that she didn't get along with her new stepdad and that her grades went down. But to say things like, how sad, no wonder she killed herself, how dare they? She always told me she was okay whenever I talked with her because I was worried. She would have told me if there was something bothering her so badly she'd kill herself over it. I won't let Michio's death be written off like this. Like, maybe she got caught up in something bad. Something bad? People have been talking about that body found in former Yasuda Gardens, right? Some are saying that this town is cursed or something. Yes, there has been a strange feeling around things recently. The thing you want to ask, is it? Yeah, I want to know about the truth behind Michio's death. And where the rite of resurrection is hidden. I see. I don't know if getting the answers to those questions will be as easy as you hope. Please, the teachers and police aren't any help. And there's only so much I can do alone. If there's even the slightest chance, then... well... okay, if that would make you feel better, then I'll help. Yes! Thank you, Mio! Okay then, tomorrow after dark. That was cute. Case notes regarding the suicide of Michio Shiraichi. Cause of death and potential motives. Okay, we know about these. But it's not the truth. Yako Sakazaki, 12 AM. Komagata High School, Class 2C. Huh? Are you awake, Yako? Yeah, what happened? You can't remember? Let's see. We used the spirit board and... I suddenly heard something like this weird voice. And did I pass out? Yes, as far as I can tell, you aren't experiencing any negative effects. I think it was just a mild shock from how sudden it was. Huh? Was everything okay with the spirit? Yep. It was almost bad, but I got it to leave. More importantly, what is that thing you have in your hand? In my hand? Wow! What the heck is this? It looks so freaky! When did I get this? Oh, there's so much anger and hatred held within it. It looks a little like tools that were used for ancient curse. What? That's so scary! Yako, you just said you heard a strange voice, right? Could you tell me what you heard? Anything you can recall. I think it might be connected to that object. Let's see. It felt like I was at the bottom of the dark place. Then this voice felt like it was echoing in my mind. Fifth Amendment, Yako? After that, it just kept shouting, "Kill them!" I see. Thank you. Yako? I think you might have exactly what you need in order to use the rite of resurrection. A curse with the power to take people's lives and turn them into soul dregs. What? You mean this is a real curse? I know I said I wanted to use the rite of resurrection to bring back Michio, but why? Why me? It makes no sense. Yako, please calm down and listen. Yeah. I'm sorry about panicking. No, it's okay. Fear is something we feel in the face of the unknown. Long ago, people would give names to phenomena they couldn't understand in order to live with them. Huh? However, modern-day developments in science and culture have pushed for the projection of things that can't be measured. And so, the paranormal has been treated like it doesn't exist. But they've been around since a long, long time ago. If you just understand, you can see that there is nothing to be afraid of. First, calming down is the most important. Accept reality for what it is. Huh? I don't really give this stuff a shot because it was popular, but you really do have a connection with this stuff, don't you? Well, I suppose, to an extent. Hey, Mio, what do I do? Where do I start? Am I cursed? Am I going to die? It's okay. I'll take care of the curse. That's why I'm here in the first place. What? What? Trust me. I'll take care of things. It'll be alright. Thanks! I was the one who dragged you along to do the spirit board. It's fine. You're desperate to find a way to try and help your friend. But spirit boards are dangerous. You have to take them seriously. So, I'm glad you invited me. Alright, let's review everything we've learned so far and think of how to move forward. Okay. Alright, let's understand things. About the curse first. What is this curse? Am I cursed? Well, I've only looked into it a little. But I wouldn't quite say you're cursed. It's more like you've gained the ability to use the power of a curse. So there shouldn't be any kind of negative paranormal effect on you. The power to use a curse? Do you mean this curse stone? Yes. If the curse stone is used under certain conditions, the curse will be placed on someone, taking their life and turning it into a soul drag. Soul drags are said to be required to enact the rites of resurrection. Normally, a curse is a spell that would only be usable by onmyoji of considerable talent. I believe that curse stone makes it so that even normal people can use them. So, someone like me with no knowledge could curse someone? Yes. But it's still nothing to take lightly. You could end up having it redirected right at you. Oh, so maybe not knowing what to do might actually backfire on you? To tell you the truth, something unusual did happen while we were using the spirit board. It happened right around midnight, I think. This whole area seems to be under the effects of the Feast of Shadows. But what is this? This is new information, you guys. Nom 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 nom. The Feast of Shadows? Yes, it's a type of spell that temporarily boosts the potency of supernatural. It also has the effect of making the powers of certain cursed echoes manifest more easily. Judging by its strength, I'd say it probably covers about a 3 to 4 kilometers radius. 3 to 4 kilometers? That's big enough to cover all of Sumida City. Yes, I think the Feast of Shadows was used to cause the resentment lingering in the area to manifest as curse stones. So someone did this? Explains the cold and uneasy feeling Shogo was feeling since midnight. Yes, that's true, for real. Someone did this. Oh, damn! But who? I don't know enough to say. But it's likely that it was done by someone who wants to uncover the rites of resurrection. Oh, makes sense. Someone desperate enough and someone that knew about it. Interesting. This isn't something to happen naturally. I see. The Feast of Shadows, a technique that allows one to create a field that temporarily boosts spiritual energy. In addition to amplifying the spiritual power of a particular area, it can also be used to amplify the strength of grudges and desires tied to the area. The effectiveness of the Feast of Shadows is dependent on the abilities of the user, but it's possible to limit the scope and range of the spell to such a degree that one could use it to amplify the power of even those that naturally gifted with spirit sense. Interesting. A curse stone's powers can only be used in this area under the influence of the Feast of Shadows. Maybe Shogo went out of the area? I wonder if you die if you go outside of the area. The effects also only appear after the sun has set. By setting a limit on when they can be used, the curses are strengthened. So that's why it's only at night, because it makes it more strong. So the curses can be used outside this area or during the day. Correct. But speaking of limits, to actually use a curse to kill someone, it seems there are conditions that need to be met. Conditions? You mean like how my curse echo needs someone to listen to the sound it makes for 30 seconds? To be honest, I don't really understand it. Like, how do I even summon the curse echo or make the sound? Do I just like will it? Do you mind if I try? Yes, I mind. Don't kill her. What the fuck? Stop. You shouldn't be using curses so willy-nilly. Even if there are conditions that have to be met, the power to kill someone without leaving behind evidence is dangerous enough. In that sense, maybe you really have been cursed. I'm sorry that you got wrapped up in this situation even though I'm here with you. That curse stone, I think whoever holds it becomes a curse bearer. It would probably be best for me to hold into it, but then I'd feel bad about forcing it on you. No, I sense a powerful force rejecting me. I don't think I'll be able to take it. Interesting. So it kind of chooses who holds it? Really? Why? If we try separating it from you, the curse may trigger. That's how bad I sense it wants to stay with you. No way! That curse stone might look like it's nothing more than an old Netsuk carving. But I can sense a powerful, resentful energy from it. I don't think it's a good idea for me to even touch it. I may seem like I know what I'm doing, but I don't know how to handle something this powerful. Really? This little thing? If you threw it away and someone with bad ideas picked it up, it could be bad. I think it would be safer to avoid the risk of getting anyone else involved and have you hold onto it for now. Well, now I'm kind of freaked out. Anyways, we need to make it to daybreak. I think the curse should weaken once it's morning. I'll help you find a way to deal with it then. Okay. So, there are two things you should remember. First, do not fulfill the conditions while it's night. Second, should you happen to fulfill the conditions, don't use the curse. Right. About the 7 mysteries. The mysterious voice said the curse stone is called the Fool's Precision, right? Yes, that's from the 7 mysteries of Honjo, right? Our school is said to be connected with a story with the same name, one of the mysteries. Alright, I don't think it's a coincidence. This is just a guess, but it's possible that you were chosen because it could feel your desire for the rites of resurrection. Exactly. Oh, perhaps it was over 100. If this is a curse of the 7 mysteries of Honjo, then it's possible that there are others who received curses associated with the other mysteries. Yeah, that voice also said that there are other curse bearers or whatever you call them. Not only that, apparently you can get a lot of soul tricks by killing a curse bearer. Right. That's certainly not good. Even if you have no intention of killing others with the curse, there's a chance you might be targeted if other curse bearers find us. Eep! Well, we'll have to avoid anyone who has another of the curses. That means we should avoid people at night as much as possible. About the rites of resurrection. But Mio. Yes. If this curse is real, that means I could bring back Michiyo if I used it right. The rites of resurrection would be real too. Yes, that's true. But you can't do that, Yako. But... What? It feels like it's not the time to worry about that kind of stuff. If Michiyo died in an accident, then I'm sure she didn't want to die. What's the issue with putting a little curse on a complete stranger? I sort of feel like it wouldn't be a big deal. What's going on with you? You're not acting like yourself, Yako. You would never even consider taking the life of another person. Is it the curse's influence in you? Maybe the curse echo's grudge is rubbing off on you. Will you show me it for a second? Is there something inside it? No, stop! Yako. Oh, I'm sorry. But it's like... I just suddenly didn't really want you to touch it. I understand. I'm sorry. Stop killing Miyo, you guys! Stop killing her! Miyo is not dying, okay? But you need to give up on the rites of resurrection. What? Because that's the real curse. Using resurrection as a lure, it tempts curse bearers into using their curses. Oh, it's a trap? So it's a trap? You have to resist it. Don't let yourself be deceived by some curse. But Michiyo could... I think for tonight we should get you home to rest. I'll walk you. The curse's influence should subside in the morning. Okay. I'm sorry, but I'm telling you that you need to give up on the rite. But it's beyond us. Even a single curse stone alone is too much to handle. Bringing back the dead isn't something so simple. I know how much it hurts, but please focus on just worrying about surviving tonight. Even now, we're in great danger. Okay, let's get going then, shall we? We'll take the same route we took to get here. Right. We'll be fine, right? There's no one else at school, is there? I think so. The night shift janitor shouldn't be patrolling this late at night either. Huh? What? Why'd the lights go out? Mio? Are you okay? No, don't make me look, what is there? She's not here? What's happening? Huh? Where? Where are you? Where are you? Just stop, baby. I'm gonna stop. What's going on? Ah! What was that? Get me out of here! Mia, where are you? Yako, I'm here. Over here. Can you see me? Huh? Where? I can't see anything. Ah, ah, ah. There you are. Mia! This way. Over here. Be careful. Your field of vision is being limited. Alright. What the heck was that? What was that? I don't understand. Ah, it was some fucking ghost?